Okay, so in the earlier video we briefly ran through the 6 core success strategies that underlie the 30-day game plan. So if you want more information about the 30-day game plan, just click in the link in the description box with this video. There's no email sign-ups or anything. You'll just be taken to a page with a free video on there. You find out more about the 30-day game plan, and if it's relevant to you and what you're trying to achieve around your sports scholarship ambitions, then you can grab some more information and access a 30-day game plan course. So, which basically is a step-by-step process we take you through to maximise your sports scholarship opportunities. So what we're doing is running through a video series around our sports scholarship checklist, which comes with the 30-day game plan. And what I want to do is just do a high-level overview of all of the key things that you need to consider. So we'll just do a helicopter view of each of the different areas. As I said, the 30-day game plan is based on 6 core strategies. So what I want to do is just do separate videos around the 6 core strategies. The 30-day game plan is not a lecture in these principles, but it just gives you an understanding of what underlies the course and the value that the 30-day game plan provides to you, regardless of whether you ultimately are going, do decide to follow your sports scholarship ambitions or not. Everything we'll be talking about will be relevant to you in a whole range of different ways, both academically, from a sporting perspective, and anything that you want to apply this process to. So let's jump in and have a look at getting clarity as to start with. Okay, so getting clarity is the first step in the process. So what we do in the game plan, 30-day game plan, is take you through a process of helping you do your vision building so that you understand what your future looks like if you do go down the sports scholarship route. What's on offer for you, what's your lifestyle going to look like, what sort of adventure are you going to go on, what does a day in the life of a student athlete look like? Now, most international students have limited visibility or understanding of the university system in the States. Everybody's heard of the Ivy Leagues, Harvard, Princeton, etc., etc., and all the big names like Stanford and Penn and Virginia Tech, all the really obvious ones. But depending on your sport, you could have thousands of university opportunities available to you as a student athlete. So, the US is also a really big place. There's a lot of options for you. There's a lot of diversity in both lifestyle, geography, really cold climates and environments versus really humid and hot. Small rural settings versus hustle bustle capital cities, large university towns versus small university communities. So depending on what you want to get out of your daily experience with a university will depend on ultimately where you decide to go. So the 30-day game plan is about helping you get clarity around that, giving you the systems and processes to help you start to do your research and get an understanding of what's on offer. So, Google and YouTube are going to be your best friends in this process. Everything you need to know about USA sports scholarships, colleges, universities, the process, the 3 different governing bodies, NCAA, NAIA, NJCAA, which is a junior college programs. It's all out there. It can be confusing, and the way that things are put together at the moment are not designed to sort of make that process necessarily easy for you. And that's exactly why we built the 30-day game plan, is so that whether you're with an agency or you're just getting started in your investigations, or you're decided to go it alone and organise your own sports scholarship, we take you step by step through the processes, give you the tools, the resources, the links to help you fast track that process and basically potentially save you hundreds of hours in surfing the net, and also potentially thousands of dollars in recruitment agency fees. Or if you're going with a recruitment agency, how do you use these resources that we're giving you to maximise the value that you get out of that agency? So basically, to get you started, if you just go to YouTube and just search a day in the life of a student athlete, that's going to bring up a whole bunch of videos for you. And the next thing that you can do is then, once you've had a look through some of those videos, it's going to bring up a whole bunch of sports, different universities, etc. You can refine that search to your particular sports. So you might go search for soccer student athletes or Harvard student athletes if you want to look at student athletes at a particular university and get a diversified look at what the environment looks like, what's their day look like, what are they doing what's their training, etc. Give you some real vision into what the life of an elite athlete looks like. And whether you can do that for NAIA, NCAA, NJCAA, because there's 3 different governing bodies that look after different college groups in the sporting space. So they're things that you need to sort of deep dive into, and there's lots of different pathways that you can take. The other thing that we suggest that you do is just do a search on a couple of universities. Google search Harvard student athletes, for example, and just see what comes up. And then in your Google search, you can click on images, then you can click on the videos files, and it's going to really fast track your process around a particular university that you might want to look at. And if you just do a Google search on that university, it'll give you average costs, which won't be necessarily relevant to you as a student athlete and an international student athlete. It'll give you an idea of average costs. It'll give you an idea of academic completion rates. It'll give you an idea of acceptance rates. So the higher the academic completion rate, the better. Lower, you have to start asking questions. The lower the acceptance rate means it's really competitive and hard to get into. The higher the acceptance rate might mean that it's really easy to get into, and you have to ask why. So we start to dig into all these questions about what's going to give you clarity around what you want and what you're looking for from your education perspective, from your sports perspective, from your career perspective. What's the value add that studying in the USA is going to give you over and above studying at home? So we dig deeply into a lot of these things in the 30-day game plan. So once you've got clarity around the process or the vision, then it's around, why is it important to you? What do you really want? So the next video will cover off on what's motivating you to go and what's going to keep you just doing the little things that you need to do consistently to put yourself in the best position to get the sports scholarship that you're after. So if you want more information about the 30-day game plan, again, click on the link in the description box with this video. There's nothing to, you'll go to a web page with a free video on it. You're not going to have to put an email in to get that free video. You just watch the video. If it's something that's of interest to you, then you can take the next steps of signing up for our 30-day game plan. No big decisions to be made, no big risk, no big commitment. So see you on the other side, and look forward to helping you with your sports scholarship journey. Cheers.